Perfect.
Hey y'all, hey! Happy Sunday and welcome back to the new edition of the Queens of Boxing Talk. I am Nik-J. This is my player partner, Boxiana the Menace. She has her avatar.
What it do, you guys?
But she's here.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm moving around and y'all can't look at my face because I just got home. And next time I let y'all see me real good, I'm coming in this bitch with a cast. So I'm letting y'all know in advance. Don't ask me no questions. It's broke, okay? Again, it's broke.
And don't ask how. Okay? Don't ask how.
You look great today with your dark lip and your braids. I ain't seen you in braids all year, girlfriend.
It's been a while since I had some braids, huh?
Yeah, it looks great.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in. We have a special guest today. We have a full lineup because you all know that we must dive into yesterday's fight card. But before we do that, we have a very special guest. He's backstage right now, and I don't know what's going on with his camera. Sir, what is going on with your camera? Oh, I see the avatar. I see. Okay, here we go. Let me bring him to the stage, y'all. We have a contender. Okay, a contender for Sebastian Fondora's 154-pound championship coming up soon. Welcome back to the room, Mr. CHORDALE Booker. Hey, Cordell.
He got a call. He gonna have to leave and come back.
You're gonna have to come back in, Cordell. We can't see you. Leave and come back in. Yes, leave and come back in. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. You gotta make sure you come on in the room and listen to us chat with Cordell before we get to yesterday's fight card. I have questions for him. I'm very excited for him. When he was here last, he told you guys, there we go. There we go.
I didn't know you couldn't see me. I'm like, yo.
Here we go.
Somebody did call me. That's what happened and kicked me out.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I'm glad to be back on here with y'all. Of course, I'm glad I got this fight, but I'm glad to be telling y'all that I'm back with this because we was talking about me getting something like this. So
we did. Cool, we spoke it into existence for you. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So happy. So, okay. Everybody knows now the cat is out of the bag. Y'all were speculating Sebastian Fondora was coming back. We thought he was going to be fighting Errol Spence Jr. That fell through. I want to know, how did you get this call? What happened that you were chosen?
Honestly, I was getting ready for a different fight. I was preparing for that. For the Valentine's Day massacre that I was about to put on. That's what I was calling it. And I got the call. P called me, Paul, my manager. He called me. He said, yo, they called. They asked, would you fight? I said, man, call him back right now. Let him know. Absolutely. Like, just when, where, and I'm there.
No hesitation.
Nah, no hesitation. Like, ain't nothing. This is what I work for. Is to be able to fight the world champions, fight the top guys. What else could I have? There was no better thing that could have came my way. It's the biggest opportunity of my life.
All right now, and we want to make sure you capitalize on it. So, when's the fight? Tell us the fight date.
March 22nd. March 22nd. At the Mandalay Bay. It's gonna be on Amazon Prime. So this, like I said, it's the biggest. Like, it's unbelievable. Honestly, it really is. God is great. I'm thankful to God, Al Heyman, and Sebastian Fundora team too,
Right.
because they didn't have to pick me. They didn't have to choose me. They could have chose anybody.
Correct.
So in the top 10 of the WBC and the WBO. So I think a lot of things worked out in my favor, but also like I'm grateful for everybody choosing me too.
Yeah. Excellent. So, okay.
Wait, let me ask a question because I
Go
need to
ahead,
bounce
Frank.
off there real quick.
Go
So
ahead.
with you saying that, like, I know you're going into this fight with a positive vibe and all that, but you know, I'm messy and Auntie need to know some things that people don't ask. So are you gonna make them regret picking you, or like how are you going into this with that thought? Especially, people have a point to prove, especially you have a point to prove, especially now, like this is your time to prove it. How are you
Yeah.
going into this fight? Like, what's your
Uh,
mindset with it?
so for me, I mean, the only pressure that's on me is from me. You know, it's like nobody giving me no chance to win this fight. So I don't have any pressure from no fans and nothing. Everybody think I'm trash. Everybody think because of the one loss that I have that all the other wins I have don't matter. So ain't nobody giving me a chance. I'm the only guy, me and my team. So you but it's very few people who think I'm actually gonna do something, and like it's not for me to prove to them. It's really just for me. I know I could be world champion, and that's what I'm gonna do. March 22nd. This is like there's no better way to do it too, because when I beat him, then nobody can say, oh well, he got it from. Nah, I got it from the tallest guy ever in the weight class. Yeah, no, a lot of people didn't want to fight him because of how tall he is. As soon as they called me, I didn't have to think about it. There was no thought. Yes,
I know
yes.
that's right. Immediately, yes.
Okay, say something. Okay.
That's
Immediately,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know it's Sebastian. We know it's March 22nd. How long have you been preparing? How long? When did you actually get the call?
Um, I had about 7 weeks, so I've had a full time,
Okay.
getting ready for the fight. So
Okay,
um,
very good. My question, what I got concerned with when I first heard about this fight at 154 is I remember you were at the last time you were here. We asked you what fighters, if you had a wish list, did you want to get in the ring with? And at the time you were at 160, I believe. So you were saying Lara, I think you said Adames, I think you said who else did you say? Ammo, because you wanted to get back from Ammo.
mhm.
But now you're getting this opportunity at 154. Is that a concern for you, or were you given the opportunity in enough time to get down properly?
Well, it's not a concern for me. I'm happy with being back at 154. This is where I wanted to be. This is exactly where I wanted to fight at. Was
Oh,
at 54, but I didn't think that I was going to get these opportunities. So then, to be honest with you, is like I just was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna keep cutting so much weight to make 54, and then I still gotta work training people, having my youth program, wearing all these hats, but also still having to be a full time boxer. Is like it's kind of tough to cut weight and be working somewhere. And now with these opportunities, like this opportunity, I could do that. I could be a full time boxer when it's time.
good, 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 good. Friend, you got something else for Cordell?
Yes. How do your babies in your community feel about you going to have this big opportunity? Are they excited for you?
It's been funny because you know a lot of them they so young. Some of them are so young. They're like, yo, this dude, he's 6'6". Yo, what are you gonna do? Like, how you gonna hit him in the face? And I'm like, yo, I could reach up there, bro. They're like, nah, you're not even going. They really believe like I won't be able to punch him in the face.
Uh-huh.
So it's it's just some of them are funny, and then a lot of them are high school, same thing. You know, they just like, yo, go out there, man, prove everybody wrong. I got a lot of kids who believe in me, so I just want to make sure I come back home making them proud.
Good. Good.
You know,
Good. Good.
you said they say your kids be your worst enemy, and the ones that you up close to, they be it.
Yeah.
We are very, very proud of you. Very happy that you got this opportunity. This is going to be a difficult fight. You know, we talk boxing over here, and actually, Sebastian Fundora is one of my favorite fighters at 154. He's very awkward, as you alluded to. He's tall as hell, so that's a feat in itself. Hard punching, but we've seen him be vulnerable before. Okay, so it is not as if he is like unbeatable. And I just want to ask you, because we're not going to keep you long. We saw somebody last night that people just thought was unbeatable, and there was very interesting fight, is what I'll call it, last night. Before we get you out of here, I would like to know, how did you feel about that decision in last night's main event PBC card?
I think it was
Tell the truth.
they went they you know they went with favoritism because anybody else take a knee, you taking a point. I don't care how it happened, um, but because he the cash cow, he's allowed to take a timeout. He could if any other fighter did that, they would have lost a point for a knockdown. I thought it was. Uh, I thought that was unfair. I think that should have been called and been consistent, you know, across the board. Like, yo, you can't just call a timeout, bro. Um, so yeah, maybe it was a draw, but they should have given him that point and should have won. He should have won the fight.
Gotcha. You don't even have to go no further. You just, okay. When we get you off of here, we going in. But we know you got a fight lined up on PBC. So we on, Friend, do you have anything else for Cordell?
You know what? No, because I already know it's time to get in the zone. Of course, we appreciate you coming by, hanging out with us. Like I promised Paul, we weren't gonna keep you here all night, so we really just gonna take like a couple minutes, let everybody know what you got going. You already know who we rooting for. So I ain't gotta say nothing. Just go out there and do your biggest. Like we super proud of you, excited to be a part of your moment. Like the first thing did was come back and tell us, say y'all, I did it. You know,
Nah,
it's fun to be
I'm
part of.
I'm definitely looking forward to that, man, because I'm telling you, like when once I got this news and y'all was already talking and typing to me, I'm like, all right, nah, I'm getting right back on there with y'all, because I had told y'all from the beginning, like, this is what I wanted. And I know a lot of people probably think like, oh, I'm probably just saying that, like, oh, I'll fight the best guys, but I really stand behind my word. I never duck no smoke. So that's why I understand why I can't get these kind of guys and kind of fights, because I'm willing to put it all on the line. If I lose, I lose. I'm still gonna come back and fight, and that's how boxing should be. Like, you ain't gonna beat every single person, but you could learn from it and be
Right.
better. So like, nah, and I feel like because I lost, I'll become a better fighter and to be a better man. And it's going like March 22nd, we gonna see what's up, man. And I'm glad everybody counting me out. You don't understand how that feel for me. Like that shit feel like a superpower right now. So I can't wait. I cannot wait. March 22nd can't come around fast. This is the final countdown right here.
It's the
Like,
final countdown.
I
We got
can't
20
wait.
days. We 20
I
days
can't
out.
wait. That's
We,
it.
we
I
20
cannot
days out.
wait. I can't
All
wait.
right.
I love it.
Okay. Well, we love it that you came back and showed some love today. We will be definitely rooting for you. Where are you training at right now? Where are you?
I'm in Vegas. I've been training at DLX boxing gym. I made sure I got out here early so that
Yes.
way I could get used to the 3 hour time change. I didn't want no excuses. I don't want to have to be like, oh, I was nah, no excuses. I'm not doing none of that. I'm locked in. Like I've never had a fight where I had a camp.
A
Never.
full
I've
camp.
been a professional boxer and got to this level with no boxing camp ever. So
Wow.
like I'm locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel great. My mentally, spiritually, everything is clicking right now. So I can't wait to the fight.
All
Do
right.
you feel the fun in this? Cause do you feel the fun? Or you feel
Yeah, what people don't understand, this is the dream. Like having your back against the wall, doing something that everybody said I couldn't do. Nobody believed when I said it. When I started this shit and I said I was gonna do this, ain't nobody believed me. You know, like, and I took it from Stamford, Connecticut. Everybody like, where? Who? Like,
Right.
no, we don't got nothing from there. Okay. We don't have, like, okay, we don't have nothing. But I am,
Right.
you
I'm gonna
know,
be there.
so like I'm hyped, man. You know, like I'm really hyped. Like, oh, even my crispy chicken, my guys, you feel me? This from Stanford right here. So like
that's y'all chicken place?
this is our chicken spot, man. The best chicken spot, man.
You
When
gotta
you
put
come,
that in the chat. Paul put it in the chat. Y'all
yeah,
gotta.
crispy chicken. You feel
Boy,
me?
y'all is
Where's that?
When you get the crispy chicken, man, I'm telling you, we
Where is it?
that's in Stanford on McGee Avenue.
Y'all go get y'all some chicken. Some crispy
Yeah,
chicken.
on
yeah,
stand,
crispy.
some crispy. Make sure you
Yeah.
put W in there.
Make sure you understand the crispy chicken, man.
I
But
love that. I
it's
love that.
Stanford, man. I'm telling you, like I really rep my hometown, my home city, and I love it. And I can't wait to get this W and go back home, bring the belts back home, and give me some crispy chicken.
I
That's
knew you
right.
were gonna say that. You know what? You hungry, ain't you? You can't say you hungry yet, and you got to your hungry spot because you think about the food.
You know that, man. You know that. Your boy been in camp. Your boy, I was getting ready for a fight before this. So
Okay.
like I really only had so like I really only had like a month to get ready for this fight, but
Mm-hmm.
like I was already getting ready for a fight. So it was cool to just
You
switch over.
transition.
But I had to make 160 for the other fight. So
Ah,
then I had to make 54 for this one. I was like, damn, 6 more pounds.
them pounds. Yeah, them 6 pounds. Them 6 pounds. Gotta get your mind right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
had me. I was like, man, you say you want to be world champ, right?
Hey, you gotta sacrifice.
Yeah, so it is what it is, man. 6 more pounds, that's cool. We're gonna get it done.
That
And then
shit
I get that chicken.
pretty good for the length of time that you got to go. Like that's not hard to do. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be good, like,
You know what you
cause
can.
cause I cause I got the call. I said I had 7 weeks, but I probably had a little bit less than that, to be honest. Cause I was already kind of getting winding down for that one for the 15th, and then
Mm-hmm.
so I don't really know. It's kind of all a blur, but I know I this
Locked
is
in.
this is it. You know what I mean?
This the one.
Yeah, this is it. I'm like, this is the time right now.
We are so happy for you. We are so
Yeah,
excited for you. But like you told us earlier backstage, not just happy to get there, the goal is to win. The
yeah.
goal is to win.
That's the biggest thing. Cause like people, I know people might believe that about me. Like, oh, he just wanted. Nah, if people who know me know that's not, but like the world boxing world don't know me, but
Right.
people who know me know they know I ain't going there for no damn check
Yeah.
or to lay down for no man. I could do a whole lot of other things than
Right.
go get punched in the face to make money if that's what I was going to go do to make money. Like, come on, bro. That's just not me. You feel me? There's
Right.
a whole lot of money out here in the world. A lot of ways to get it. I'm gonna get it by letting men beat me up. That sounds crazy.
Right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Friend, you got anything else before we let him go?
No, Because look, we keep extending it out and inching it out and inching it out. I'm gonna let
I know Paul ain't gonna beat me up.
Okay.
Listen,
Now,
thank you.
I'm gonna tell you this though. When you get hungry, I saw a pregnant lady do something. I was like, you know what? This shit works. Get you a cup of ice and smell the food you want to eat and eat the ice. Your brain into thinking you eating. I'm telling you, it worked. I tried it.
I'm gonna promise you that ain't gonna work when you cutting.
You don't have no food nowhere
I'm gonna
nearby you
promise
that
you that
you ain't
right
supposed to
now.
eat.
When you
Don't.
cutting, don't none of that work, man. Listen, it's all type of tricks they tell you to do when you cutting,
It
and
don't
don't none
work.
of them work. Yeah,
Yeah, no. Stay
don't none of them
strong, my
work till
friend.
after you make weight, then you
Yeah.
can eat.
Stay strong, my friend. We are rooting for you over this way. We'll be happy to see you raised your hands raised. And this fight is for 2 belts. This is for unification, correct?
Yep.
Oh, this is big.
WBC, WBO.
This is huge. All right.
Well,
Well,
at the end, you say Yantis, I got the belt. So I already I feel like I need to throw my little head in the door to let people know, hey,
Yeah.
he's coming over here with us. So make sure that's me. You know me. I'm gonna cut up anyway. So don't mind. Don't mind.
Enjoy the rest of your night. Get some rest. We will be cheering you on. Looking forward to it. Again, you guys, this is Cordale Booker. He'll be fighting for the WBO and WBC.
Yep.
154-pound championship against Sebastian Fondora, March 22nd. Prime Video. Make sure you tune in, and we will be rooting for you. Okay, real hard. All right,
Appreciate y'all.
Have a great night. Get some rest. Get focused. Stay focused. And we'll see you on the 22nd. We'll be watching. All right?
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
All right. You have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You know what? We literally we really have like some of the coldest interviews to exist. You just gotta watch them. Cause like, who do that shit like us, friend?
Some folks. People keep getting interviews, friend.
I don't like some of the interviews that I've been seeing because I feel like y'all be putting people in a bag to say stuff that y'all want them to say. I've been seeing y'all in these interviews and y'all know who I'm talking to. This was fun. We ain't nobody doing it like that, friend.
And not. Listen, y'all, come on in the room. Come on in. Because we do have much to discuss. Okay. My friend's arm is ain't right. And so we ain't gonna be on here all night. All right. Sean Terrence is in the house, and he was here first at 6:30 p.m. when I first made the link. We appreciate you, Sean, for coming in. Bodizi, the late bloomer, what's going down in T-Cab Con, Pablo Escobar, Jason Pennywell, Light Skin Business, RT, DeVarce Hall, Shogun 76, Ambrose West, Oak Tree, Marcus, Greasing My Eye, Boxing Talk. Georgia Peach Denise, what's going down? Willie Williams, and thank you so much for the PayPal, Georgia Peach Denise. D21519 is here. 619 Cali Factor, Kaylin Jones, The Bow Conversations, Gorgeous Bear, Teach, Leandra, Shaquila, G. McCall, JT Mound, John Norrie, Michael Ray, KF Harris, Boxing Gems, Roy Jamez. How you doing? Yeah, we're going to talk about that Matias fight. We saw him get himself back in position. Jones, First Degree Sports, Aaron Percy, Mo 2013, Mr. Big Play Bray, Tay Tay, hey girl, hey, GFS Blackout. Who else we got in here? Jason Williams, Earl Ferry, G-Ball, what's up? Wait a minute, Utley, Drummer for Life. I see y'all. Boxing and Barbecue is in the house. Champion.
I see you listing off all them people. Don't miss Paul's question on the way down.
Okay, wait a minute. Hey, Karma, how you doing? Let me see. Let me get to Paul's question. 88 Sports Talk, I see you. Hey, Jaylyn, Cooking with Sir Senior, how you doing? Hey, Janae. Paul is in the house. Let me see. What's Paul's question? Let me get down here. Ryan Frazier, I see you. No promoters believed. No. Paul says no promoters believed. All of them. What? Wait, you said Fundora is one of your faves, so you rooting for him or Cordell? Oh no, I'm rooting for Cordell. Now, I like Fundora is one of my favorites. He is. But in this case, it always comes a time where you have to pick a side. I'm picking my side and I'm staying here. Okay. I want them both to come out the fight healthy and whatnot. But I'm rooting for my guy. I'm rooting for Cordell. Absolutely. Don't get it twisted. Thanks for the question, though. Who else we got up in here? Valenzuela. I see a whole bunch of folks I ain't never seen. Hey, CW, Scarcities. Y'all come on in the room. Hey, Bella Faith. Hey, Green Eye Bandit. Thank you so much with the $20 super sticker. Who else do we have? Who else? Now that that's done, let's get to Roach. Yeah, we about to get right to it. Ramsey's ex, how are you? He says, paying my dues. Love my sisters. Thank you, Ramsey's. We appreciate it. Yes, PG Sports, honey. It's Cordale all day, every day. Yeah, we still cool. Mugwan, the diamond lion. Yeah. So listen, we in this thing. We got all the pleasantries out of the way. Woo! So much.
Waiting on this shit all day, you guys. Before we even get started, she's been waiting on this shit. All goddamn day. Okay? I'm just letting y'all know in advance what y'all need to prepare yourself for.
All night long. Come on. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been waiting. Because I've been waiting. So listen, let's just jump right into it because we told y'all a small untruth. We were supposed to come in here and call this fight on yesterday. But life started lifing and we couldn't. Okay. This would have been the perfect fight for us to call, though. Friend, can you imagine how foolish I would have been on here yesterday?
Oh, my God. When I tell y'all I would have left this stream and left this Pepper over here by herself, I said fine by me. That's what that shit would have turned into last night, y'all.
Honey, it was a reason why. Because me and my friend probably we'd have had to take a week off because, honey, I would have been no good yesterday at all. She wouldn't have liked me at all yesterday. So we're going to get into it because we came in here Thursday and we gave our predictions, okay? For the first of all, let's go back to the undercard. Shout out to Scooter Davis, okay? Scooter Davis came to handle business, opening up that card and getting a devastating stoppage in round 1, looking great doing it. He had his hair braided and he didn't have any problems with his braids. None whatsoever.
And Scooter is my favorite nephew of all my nephews. He just got those braids the same day because they have the same braider. Go ahead, Tinka. You braiding those scalps, baby. They are getting done, girlfriend.
And did you see what Tika had to say about the grease?
And then, because don't play with me, baby. I don't use grease. You don't have to worry about grease. And when he said grease, friend, the hairdoer in me immediately stepped back.
You know my. I said what? You had what?
Janae, I know, girl. And she got a new baby, so yeah.
Anyway, so shout out to Scooter Davis.
That friend, I can't wait to get back to the grease because Tika said,
"You're not finna play with me. You're not finna play with her." Okay, yeah. So shout out to Scooter Davis and his fresh braids that gave him no issues. Also, let's just get right on in. We talked about this on Thursday. I need suggestions because Jay Hurd and J Rock are in need of jobs. Okay. Do we have a job for Jay Hurd? Do we have a job?
Absolutely. Jay Hurd is going to be the youth basketball coach. He has a UA team that I can't wait to see how they perform, friend. The way, the way I was disappointed, disgusted, I was humbled. I not know a thing that I was doing. I shall not talk about his fight because the knot in me is tight. I was like, I not know. I not know. Not, friend. Did you see it?
It was bad. He
Friend.
kept getting hit with the same punch over and over again, right there on that knot, on that temple. Y'all, it was so bad. And we're talking about Jay Hurd.
No, friend. Did you see the knot that
It
formed right there?
it was here and then it was here. It extended all the way over. It was so bad.
You know what? The last time I seen a Klingon like that, my sister fell in the couch. And that was the Klingon friend. Like he turned to the side. I said, oh no, oh my God. I shall not. I shan't. I
Y'all
could
ain't
not.
y'all
I
ain't
could not.
y'all ain't
I could not believe it. And they were so bad. And then I felt bad for him, and I feel bad for his wife because you know he real ugly this morning. It's gonna continue to get ugly throughout the week, and she gotta look at him until the swelling go down. Baby, he'd have a room that he'd have to go sleep in.
you know, and I'm not even trying to be funny because that's a hard way to go out. He had already said before this fight if he didn't get this victory and you know he was going to retire, and he stayed true to his words. He just looked like an old lion in there. He looked like one of those old lions that's walking by themselves, that's a nomad now, that doesn't have a pride because they can't protect the pride because they just are not who they used to be. That was Jay Hurd in that ring yesterday. I felt so bad for him. He did the very BESS he could do, but that's just not good enough to be in competition anymore. And so I hope this last paycheck was handsome for him and his family. But I think he's doing the right thing by hanging him up because if he continues, he's going to hurt. He's going to get hurt. You know, and I don't want to see anybody in there just mercilessly getting beat on because the opposition has a job to do. You know, they want to get you up out of there. And I'm saying that and saying with the next fight, J Rock, his opponent, Tellez, I felt like he carried him. I feel like he was in that ring working on things. And shout out to him because I feel like at any moment he could have put him out of his misery, but he chose not to do so. So shout out to him and his trainer. I think his trainer is Ronnie Shields. But young man did some impressive work. He had his face busted up and bleeding. J Rock didn't look as battered. Well, yes, he did because he was bleeding all over the place. It was just, yeah.
I was about to say, no, friend, you know,
Yeah.
and it took a while. I thought J Rock was gonna do better.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
Cousin, you trying to be funny. You finna take a Rolo nap too, friend. Cause no, I already know what you gonna say. Cause
we coming, Bella. We coming. Ty French 600. Thank you so much. He says, "Come on, y'all. It's love, peace, and hair grease." Oh, baby, we get to it because I need to know if it was Blue Magic, Dex, Royal Crown. I need to know.
Is that why you came in here with them braids today? Because you're trying to be funny?
No, I got my braids Saturday morning.
I don't believe you. I think you did that to come in there and show people okay, whatever.
Thank you, Brandon Calhoun. He says, I got a job for him. Stay at home. Well, shit. Okay, so listen. Let's get on down to the good stuff. Get down to the good stuff. We got Alberto Puello versus Sandor Martin. Okay. We both picked Alberto Puello to win this fight. I think you picked him with a decision. We both picked Puello winning a decision. And that's exactly what happened. However, did he? Because I saw a lot of people that felt like Sandor Martin edged that fight.
The only thing he edged his ass was out the ring. He didn't edge nothing, friend.
No,
No, no.
no.
I feel still.
You
I
have
mean, Sandor got off good a couple of times, of course, but no,
no.
he edged his ass out the ring. That's about as edge it was gonna get for me.
You know what I noticed watching that fight? I believe it was a very close fight, and I think what swayed the judge's opinion about this fight, I was telling um Coy, that every time Puello was touching up Sandor, you could visibly see it. He was the bigger man. So when he landed punches, Sandor's body was letting you know he got hit, whether it was his head pushing back, whether it was his chest caving in. You could visibly see that he was being affected by the punches. Sandor was landing really good shots on Puello, but it wasn't visibly giving I've been hit. So I'm sure the judges were scoring it, but maybe they're not thinking those punches were as effective on Puello as Puello's punches were on Sandor. And so for that, being the champion, I think that swayed the judges and it gave him the victory. I feel bad for Sandor Martin because he fought really well. And he had been waiting so long for his shot and his opportunity. So I don't know where he goes from here at 140. I would love to see him get another opportunity. We did, and we will talk about fighters getting back-to-back championship opportunities. Maybe he can get one of those since he did sit out and was given step aside at one time. I don't know. Where do you see Sandor going from him?
I mean, who knows? Maybe he could fight Frank. Maybe if that could be Frank's fight at 140. I don't know, friend. I don't think Sanders. I don't know, and I don't want him to go. Yeah, I don't know where he goes at 140. Best of luck to him. I'm sure there's some fights out there for him that would be good and decent that people want to see. Not me. I ain't never been big on Sandor, friend. That's definitely Marcus. That's exactly where my brain was going. I just didn't want to say that out loud. But thank you for your contribution.
I'm not saying I'm big on Sandor, but Sandor is a very good fighter. He just lacks power. And so I don't know. I don't know. Bella Faith, honey, we come on back because we are at the fight that you wanted to talk about. Okay. So yesterday, Friday, we had a very interesting jargon about Jose Valenzuela and Gary Antoine. Okay. And my friend said that Jose Valenzuela was going to stop Gary Antoine late. Go ahead, turn your mic on. Turn it on.
I did say that. I did say that because I thought Gary looked not too good in his last couple of performances. Well, shut the shit out of me because, and you know what? What?
I like that fight, El Ferry. I like that fight. Thank you. I like that fight. Go ahead. I'm sorry. But not at 140. Blair is at 147, ain't he? I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Wowzers. Put Rayo in the dirt. He had Rayo looking like he didn't belong anywhere near the vicinity that he was standing in. You look like you can't even eat rice in the community lunch at our table at this point. Friend, I was so shocked. And I know Pitbull isn't great, right?
Right.
He looked spectacular against Pitbull, but Gary, Lord, have mercy. Gary is an animal, uncaged. I'm not lying to you, friend. Like, he fast, He calculated everything that he was supposed to do last night. He did it and some. And I know we're not supposed to cuss on this channel, but let me tell you, Mr. Motherfucking Gary Shawty, Mr. Motherfucking Gary Shawty, he does what he is the daddy now, friend. He has accepted his role. Did you hear him in the corner last night?
I did.
Mr. Motherfucking Russell, Mr. Daddy Gary, you have claimed your boots. You did it. It was perfect, friend. I have no complaints, no nothing. That man deserved all of his credit. I need to be sanded. They just need to throw me in the sand and need to get on my lip a little bit. Like all of that, friend. I was shocked. Honestly, truly. He was impressive.
Bella, he was doubling and tripling up on that thing.
Did you hear Mr. Motherfucking Gary? Gary said, you put that motherfucker in his face, shawty. He can't do nothing with it. When Gary said, he went right back out there and put that jab in his face 1, 2, 3 times consecutively at a pace that Rayo could not even think to fathom to keep up with. He was so confused, friend. And when he started bleeding, he went into panic mode. And he continued to fight in panic mode until the fight was over. Like, I was over there, please throw in the towel. I ain't never like screamed, throw in the towel. I have, but like I didn't. That type of punishment was crazy because Gary got power and Rayo was taking consistent power punches to the face, not just the body, in the head.
Yeah. It got ugly. It got very ugly. Janae, thank you so much. She says, congratulations. Yeah. It got real bad in there for Rayo. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. They were speaking Spanish in the corner. I wanted to know what Robert Garcia was telling him in that corner. Abner Mares was not doing a good job on translating because I wanted to know. What'd he say?
He said, are you okay? He said, we need to stop this.
Friend, shut up.
I'm not bullshitting you.
That's what he said?
And he told him. Rayo kept telling him, no, friend, I'm not fucking joking. I'm dead ass serious. When it got to the end and we were like, this shit need to stop, Robert asked him in the corner, he said, do you want me to stop this? Rayo said, no. One thing I know, I may not be able to say that shit out to you, but a bitch can understand a little bit of something. I might not be able to respond how you want, but I can respond a little bit.
Wow.
He told him straight up. He said, you taking too much. He said, this needs to stop. Canelo dug me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the game. You heard me?
Baby, listen. It was bad. It was ugly. He took a worse beating, dare I say, than Errol put on Mikey. It was one of them kind of badass beatdowns. It was bad. It was bad. And I don't know what made Rayo think he could box with Gary. I guess he looked at his last performance against Puello. I'm not sure. But you're not finna win no boxing match with Gary Antoine and his pedigree. I don't know. It seemed like Rayo is he was in the middle of, he's still trying to find his boxing style. That's why I kind of wanted to know what Robert Garcia was telling him, because once you realize you're not in this fight today, Gary is on his game, you're not gonna outbox him. And Rayo doesn't have a strong jab like Puello does. So that wasn't a part of his game plan, it didn't seem like. So I wanted to see what type of adjustment he was going to make. He didn't make one at all. And Gary Antoine didn't really have to make much of an adjustment because what he started out doing was working. Now, what I do want to say, and I want to ask y'all, did y'all notice that it seemed like almost everybody's corner was lacking supplies?
Except for Gary.
First of all, friend, listen, why was everybody's corner lacking the correct supplies? Why was they putting freaking paper towel and tissue up Rayo's nose when he clearly needed a big thick Q-tip thingamajiggy. Why with Jared Hurd and his eye being humpity hump, why didn't they have that cold metal compression thing to press down and get rid of some of that swelling? Nobody had the right freaking supplies. They had a small travel size jar of Vaseline for damn Rayo. I was pissed off. What the hell was going on? Did you see that?
I absolutely did. I saw all of it. I knew you was over there having a meltdown. The only corner that was prepared yesterday was Gary. I love that mask thing. They put the whole mask on Gary, baby. They said, you know what? We're not going to swell the eye. We're going to unswell the whole face at one time. Let's get at it.
And had the Cobra sitting up on the front porch.
Friend, that shit pissed me off so bad. I wanted to throw that hoe out in the audience yesterday.
Now, I've seen that before. They have that all the time. But what I was not prepared for was that big ass unk sitting in the front of his wangler tallywhacker sitting on them trunks.
And friend, it wasn't even sewn on good. Like, I was wondering, like, it was on there at first. And then when he moved a little bit, it started flapping with the wind. And the more that he moved, the more it flapped. I was like, Gary, sew this down. It's either his hair or his clothes.
The way I was so goddamn mad about that unk flying and flipping around out. First of all, I wasn't. His outfits always have me.
But you normally like him. He gives African.
He gives black pride. So he does. And so I appreciate the thought behind it. I do. Y'all know I'm a rebel over here. I love that. All of that. I do.
He's definitely a hotel. He definitely
is. But that flying unk yesterday sent me to the moon and back. I was so perturbed by that. I was just happy that he put on, because what he put on wasn't it. I was also happy that he sewed their hair down. It didn't have it flapping and moving. He listened. Congratulations, Gary, Antoine, Russell. Congratulations to Mr. Gary. He did his thug thizzle over in that corner yesterday, friend. Like you said, he is stepping into his new role. I love it for him. I don't know if he's ever going to get back in the ring, baby. He's still talking shit to Tank. So I don't know. I don't.
Now, one thing I know, and two things for sure, I know that area will never be able to rest until they get that fight. They don't give a damn how old Mr. Gary get. Mr. Gary gonna have to fight Tank before it's over, friend. Period.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to see that man, because he ain't never gonna stop talking shit to him. Not never. Top French 600, thank you so much. She says, I thought he said get the defibrillator, survive. Now see there, y'all.
He told Gary. He told Antoine, he say, now listen, shawty. He say, you put that motherfucker in his face. He say, you leave it to her. He say, he can't do nothing with that motherfucker on him. He say, listen to me, shawty. I'm watching him. I say, tell it, damn it,
I love it though, because they communicate well. It was great. They were in sync.
It's the fact that he be sneaking MF on PBC as often as he can. Mr. Gary say MF 17 times. The corner they be over there in the camera show up, and Mr. Gary look dead ass at the camera. Shouty motherfucker. That's what he do every single time. The camera pop over, motherfucking shouty. It don't matter. That's Mr. Gary every time the camera is on him.
Well, let me just say for the record, when we gave our predictions on Thursdays, I was on the fence. But before we got out of here, I did pick Gary Antoine Russell by decision. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So congratulations again to Gary Antoine, to the whole Russell family. I don't know the other brothers, the big brother, big brother. He was visibly so happy. Yeah. That baby.
You know, I had an emotional weekend, friend, and it don't take much. Baby, they flashed that camera around and brother was crying. Oh,
He was
baby.
so emotional.
I almost dropped down to my knees, girl. They ain't Megan's no more, but they was gonna get me down there, baby. He cried. I said, "Oh God, please don't show him no more. I can't take it. I can't take it. I
He
can't."
was too happy, too proud. So, and I'm happy for them. I really, 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 really am happy for them. I love this. Hopefully, we'll get a rematch because I'm sure he wants his get back with Puello, and that will lead to a unification fight. So, hey, PBC, get to making it happen. Okay. I don't know if they're gonna do it immediately, but the fans would love to see a rematch of that fight. It's more on the line, and so hey, make it happen. All right. Now as the resident Gervonta Cantankerous One Davis fan on the panel, I would like for you to speak about this fight first. I want to know your opinion. I want to know what you thought. I want to know what you were thinking during the fight. I want to know what you was thinking before the fight when he was back there yawning and shit. I want to know everything. I want to know how you feel today since we've slept on.
Oh no, the Tank fans jumped me yesterday when I gave my opinion on what I thought, and it actually kind of sort of turned out to me, and me and Janae still didn't find them. And while I'm on the phone right now, I need you guys because y'all are able to go and find things out for us really fastly. I need y'all to go see the odds on a draw last night. And if y'all can let me know within the next couple of minutes, it's gonna make what I'm about to say really important. So for all I've been on the road all day, so I couldn't look. For you betting people, find the odds of the draw last night on that fight and then let me know. Okay. Secondly, I do believe, friend. Okay, you guys. So I had a theory. Me and my friend had a theory about this fight. Okay. Friend, Janae, this is solidifying what I said. My theory was that Tank bet on himself to lose. The odds for Lamont was insane. You put 100, you win 1,000. That was the odds last night for Lamont. Okay. With that being said, nobody bet on a draw last night. Nobody. And my theory had been all that week, something was fucking off about this fight. I always think when it comes to friends, you need to know that there's a scheme. Plus 2,500 for the draw. I want y'all to pay attention to me, okay?
What does that mean for people who don't know about betting?
That means whatever you bet, you gonna win plus 2,500. Okay? This is what this means, okay? So pay attention, you guys. The fight ended by a draw. Y'all had to have known, pay attention to the week, the things. Y'all ain't never seen Tank really act like this. You can expect antics out of Tank. Right? Every time. You can expect antics. You didn't get that from him this week. Tank showed up. He was at the pressers. He wasn't clowning. There was no whole bunch of hoorah. So bet 100, win. You bet 250, win 100. You bet 100, win 2,500. So plus 2,500. Who bet on the draw last night? Plus 2,500. Do you know how insanely insane that is, friend? Something is off about this shit. When I didn't see Tank clowning this week, my brain instantly. One thing I know, because y'all love to say, I don't know boxing. I might not know boxing, but I know bruhs. And the one thing I know, if I'm going to do something with my friend, we are going to get the money. Whoever put the money on the bet for a draw last night, they won money. Oh, Bella, you know somebody did. And people, I know y'all gonna say it ain't no conspiracy. Lamont just good, but when it comes to the odds, and you know boxing is a dirty sport, Tank took a knee last night that didn't count. Y'all need to know when things like that happen, if that would have been anybody else, automatically that would have been considered a knockdown. Automatically considered a knockdown for anybody else. He took a pause in the middle of the fight. Nobody counted. And the way he did the shit, he did it in a way that it would not count. It was cheating. Bet on the draw plus 2,500. I thought he was betting on himself to lose. You go in there, put 30 million on yourself, 20 million, 5 million for that, say, on yourself. If he put 5 million on the draw last night, 10 million on the draw last night, he won his purse and the side bet money. It's not chump change either, you guys.
Let me just say this. I wasn't thinking like you thought were thinking, because I don't bet and I'm not into gambling and stuff like that. But reading the comments when you asked what the numbers for the draw were, I did find it interesting that the bet that was made, the side bet, was $250,000.
I wasn't even gonna get there yet. I'm waiting for y'all to use y'all brains. I may not know shit about boxing, but I know bros. And one thing I know, and two things for sure, when it comes to the bag, me and my friend gonna get it and some.
How did he just pull that number out of nowhere?
The odds are out there for everybody to see all week. They start like the week before the fight, and as the fight goes, the odds increase, friend. I'm telling you, he started looking at that shit earlier. And the closer it got to the fight, he made that bet before the fight. They talked about that shit. Lamont knew about it too. But I'm going to tell you what happened and where it all fucked up. They had a plan.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this super chat. You come right back. Todd French, thank you so much. He says, fat meat is greasy. Harrowing experience. Wow. Harrowing. I see what you did there, Todd French. Okay, so go ahead, friend. Go ahead, girl. Tell him what happened. Okay. Hey, Drink, I see you just scooted up in here. Hey, Drink, go ahead.
Yes, they dropped the pre-fight odds. Tank ain't got to go place the bet for himself. We got to think. We have to be smart about what we doing, okay? Something just ain't right. But they were on the same page. Tank messed up last night, and he pissed Lamont off. They were fighting. They were having a friendly fade last night. The fade was friendly last night. They got hooked up. Tank threw that shoulder and up that boy's teeth. The plan went out the window. When Lamont came out for that 12th round, he had that I'm finna kill your ass look on my face when he came out in the 12th. The fight stopped being a friendly fade after Tank started being dirty.
He was okay. What round was it that he gave him the shoulder? What round was that?
5, 6.
Okay. Happy Valley Forms, thank you so much. He says Roach versus Shakur. Odds, Boxiana, big money too. We don't know yet.
1 million subscribers.
Okay, thank you. I love the chat. I love y'all so much, because when I ask questions, y'all be answering. So he gave him the shoulder in 5.
No, I'm not letting Tank off the hook. I'm saying what happened. And I'm not saying the fight was fixed. They had an agreement to have a friendly fade last night. The friendly fade agreement went out the window. The bet was made before the fight. They went into the fight knowing we finna make some extra bread. Let's go out here, make this shit fun, make it believable, and we gonna get this money afterward. I ain't mad.
Okay. So that's your theory. Now, what I also want to hear is your thoughts on the actual fight and how that went.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We were sitting here watching the fight last night, and like, I went from VJ's vote was 8. My son was 9. No, I was 9. My son was 10. We was undetermined of when it was gonna stop because I can't remember if it was 7 or 8. I want to say Tank had buzzed Lamont a little bit, and that foot folded. I said, he ain't good. The boys' recovery game is crazy. They both buzzed each other, but I had noticed Lamont was starting to get off on Tank more than Tank was getting off on Lamont, and Tank, he was starting to hurt Tank, and like he hurt Tank so bad at one point in the fight. I thought Tank was like fucked up, but he held on to him and he recovered. Got back out there. Same thing all over again. So we're leading up into the knee, right? It wasn't, I kept seeing everybody say he didn't hit him with a punch. No, y'all missed the punch that he threw that hurt him because he threw 2 punches at the time. That second punch that he threw was the one that made Tank say, no, bitch. That hurt, friend. Why you hit me like that? Shout out to his hairstylist, because one thing about me, you ain't gonna put no stain on my name. If I did it, my name on it, that's my reputation on the line. One thing that y'all need to know about braiders, because this is a woman show. We are women.
And we are stylists. We both.
My friend is a stylist. I'm a braider. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this as a braider. Braiders don't use hair grease. The stuff that they're making to do the braids now, it has everything in one. It has the moisturizer, it has the hold, everything. Those stylists especially does not use grease because they don't want that. I can't explain what grease leave on a braid.
Or residue.
That's the word, friend. Grease leaves residue. That braider in specific, I follow her. I watched her braid a whole entire head. When she were done, not one time did I see her pick up some grease and grease those braids. Now, what she does use is oil, but she does not use enough oil to leak like that. She used I want to say just a drip. It's a simple line of oil. And if anything, that oil wouldn't have rolled forward. It would have rolled back because of the style of the braid. But, the oil wouldn't have rolled forward regardless. Because go ahead, friend, go ahead.
First of all, exactly, Janae. He got his hair braided on a Wednesday. Okay. I'm sure in between Wednesday and Saturday, you've taken a shower because you've been in the gym, you've been cutting weight, you've been sweating, you've been doing all of that. So you may have put some grease in your own hair, but your stylist didn't do that. And if she did it on a Wednesday, whatever she put in there, because I saw the picture of the fresh braids when he was just getting out of her chair. His scalp didn't look oily to me. Okay. We put mousse to keep them laid down. That has chemicals in it, all of the above. But that was Wednesday, boo-boo. And even if she did, the reason why I know that was a lie is because when you got hit and when you went to the corner, it wasn't even 2-3 seconds. They didn't dig in your eye with the towel. You went over there, they swiped it. You went and poked your head out. But the actual swiping of the eye, cleaning and clearing of the eye, it wasn't a lot. So it wasn't nothing in your eye, boo. That's not what the problem was. What was in your eye was that jab. That jab was in your eyeball, honey. That jab wore you out before you went over there, honey. That's what that was. And I want to say it felt like a late reaction to something else that had happened earlier. I got to go back and watch it. But yeah, don't do your stylist like that, because you ain't finna lie on her and think she's not going to say nothing about it. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I feel like, first of all, let us not make this about Tank Davis. Let me give all the things to Lamont Roach. Okay, let me give all the things to Lamont Roach's coach, his father, who came up with a fabulous game plan. I don't know about the conspiracy theories. I don't know about the Vegas odds and the betting and all of that. I can't talk to y'all about that because I don't know nothing about it. My friend, she knows all about that. So when she speak on it, I'm going to listen to it. I know boxing, okay? And from the ring of the first bell, I loved Lamont Roach's disposition. He didn't try to do more than what he's capable of doing. He did not try to fight outside himself. He is a natural counterpuncher. So you know what he did in that first round? He went in there and he downloaded fucking data. Okay? He went in there and he saw what Tank was going to do. He waited. He stalked. He watched. He did what he does well. He wasn't fighting Tank's fight. He wasn't fighting to survive. He wasn't scared. He wasn't flustered. He wasn't any of that. He was ready, is what he was. Before the fight, and I mentioned it earlier, you know how they show the people in the back, they showed them getting ready and whatnot. Tank was back there getting ready, and I saw him getting his hands wrapped, and I saw him yawn real hard. And I'm like, what? Did you just wake up? Why is you yawning like this? It's fight night, baby. What are we doing? I didn't think much of it because, you know, they were still getting warmed up. He was just getting his gloves, his hands taped, whatever. But when he got up, he started punching. He was getting ready. He looked like Tank. He looked fast. He looked ready. He looked like Tank. They go over to Lamont Roach's dressing room. He's up. He's punching with his father. Now, he ain't looking as fast as Tank. You know, and I watch a lot of boxing talk on YouTube. And I remember, shout out to Greg Hackett. Greg Hackett said, be looking at the speed of this fight. He felt like the speed was going to be a determining factor in this fight. And so when I saw Lamont Roach in there, just, you know, getting warm, getting loose, he wasn't doing too much, but he was up and moving around and looking focused. I was like, man, he can't be that slow in the ring. That was my thought. So when the first round came around and he got up in there and he was within himself, I loved his disposition from the giddy up. I loved it. Tank, on the other hand, it felt like to me that in his mind, and I ain't no mind reader, but it just seemed like to me in his mind, he felt like he knew he had this fight. He knew he could beat Lamont. And, you know, I'm going to just do what I always do. I don't know what was going on in his corner. I don't know what was going on with him and Calvin. I don't know what was going on with him in Barry and Kenny. But it felt like at one point, when the rubber started meeting the road, when adjustments were needing to be made, that corner was in chaos. Okay. Everybody was trying to talk. Wasn't nobody trying to listen. And what I heard was Tank talking about, no, listen to me. Y'all listen to me. Now,
I'm going to tell you why. Because why the fuck Calvin was on the outside of the ring?
Because Calvin wasn't his first in charge.
And what's going on that you can't respect your daddy, little nigga? Because...
Wait, what? Huh? What?
Again, that man has been a father figure to that boy. As much as he get up and say, this has been like my father, he's been like, and see, that's the thing. Like, I have a lot to say when it comes to Tank. I'm a Tank fan. My friend is not a Tank fan.
Like, I like Tank, but I'm not a Tank fan like that.
I'm a Tank fan.
Yeah.
I don't like none of the stuff that's going on. I see it. I just didn't say anything. I noticed it at the beginning when I didn't see Cal. And last night I saw something that I was like, But that's not for me to be in people's business like that. All I know is two things for sure. Calvin was running a tight ship. Everybody else is running whatever they want to run at this.
You know what? I believe Barry runs a tight ship too. They just have a different kind of relationship. That's what I think. I think they have a different kind of relationship.
When he told them, "Nah, y'all gonna listen to me."
Well, that's a man thinking. That's a man. He wanted them to listen to him because, you know what, friend? In Tank's defense, I think he said it like that because all of them were talking at the same time, and he couldn't process all of that.
Well, you know what? That's your damn fault. Calvin is the person that run the show over here. Y'all been doing this for all these years. You, and I, Oak Tree, I hated. When I say hated, big emphasis on hated his instructions last night. Him and Tank don't work well together. And if I can't get Tank and Calvin, I don't want it. Tank don't love boxing no more because him and Calvin ain't on the same fucking page.
Well, this is we all were wondering what it and if anything is going on with him and Calvin. And they both have said, that it's nothing going on. It's just Calvin did say that, he got married recently. When we did the show Thursday and I was telling you guys it felt like he was recovering from something. Well, it turns out that he shared that he was recently married. And so he was taking some time for himself. Fix your face.
No, and see that, and you know what? Because I also would have a problem with that because you don't duck out on me. You got a job, you're gonna do your job. You get married when we done. I run a tight ship, friend. When the lines are tight, the lines are perfectly drawn, and when they start coming up, I already got somebody out there putting new lines down. There is no space and gaps in the line. You got a job to do. You want to get married? Do it after we win. You can't do that? Then you know what? Stand outside the ring. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Here we go.
It's something going on, Janae, because that after the fight interaction with him and Calvin was y'all go back and watch it. It was very telling. There's definitely something going on. I don't know what it is. All I know is I did hear Coach Calvin say that he had gotten married and he was going through some things. I don't know what all of that entails, but let me say this. God damn it. Let me say this. As a 30-something-year-old man that has been training and dealing with this man for all of this time, if you have been listening and that man has done his job the way he has supposed to done his job and the way we believe he has done his job, Tank should have been okay. In my opinion, the man was there that night. Lord forbid, let me just say, Lord forbid something happened to Coach Cal where he ain't available for real. That shouldn't be the end of your career. The man has instilled in you all that he can give you at this point. It's on you to be able to filter out and cipher out what he's giving you at some point. You a grown ass man.
If you quit, we done. I'm not coming in this shit with somebody fucking else trying to figure this shit out with somebody else.
Why? But you're not figuring out nothing. You should already know at this point. You've been doing this shit since you was 6 or 7 years old.
It don't matter if he was doing that shit from the time he came out the twat. The fact of the matter is the boy still need guidance, and he needs the guidance that's been guiding him that whole entire time, friend.
You said a key thing. The boy. Grow the fuck up. You a grown ass man. You got 3 goddamn kids. Grow the fuck up. You a grown ass man.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he the damn boss. He ain't gotta grow up. You work for me.
Guess what?
I can tell you what the fuck to do.
Guess what? That boy, that boss boy, lost yesterday in front of everybody.
He did.
His ass. And you know why? Because you're still a boy. Grow the fuck up. And the reason why I say you're still a boy is because he had his ass in that ring crying to the fucking referee when shit wasn't going his way. You big tank. You the tough, you big tank now. You the starrer. Tank a starrer. You the starrer. Why you whining to the goddamn referee? You fighting Lamont Roach, somebody you brought up from 130 pounds who asked you be in the amateurs. You Tank Davis. Why you whining and pleading and crying to the fucking ref? Why you hitting this boy below the belt and shit? Go ahead, friend.
Now that I think about it, it's the milk is bad. PBC tried to set that boy up, friend. Hold on. Follow me. Who was Tank's referee last night?
Wilkes, and I'm mad at him.
Hold on. Steve did what he was supposed to do last night. He started counting. Why Steve stopped counting? Who gave him the cue to stop? He needed his check last night. I'm not mad at him. But Steve was the referee last night. Who is normally Tank's referee for his fights?
Who is it? I don't know.
Ass Bayless.
Well, he's retired, so that's not happening. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He was retired when we interviewed him in Vegas. He's retired.
But he had just did a fight like right
He's
before
retired. That. No, he's retired. Wilkes and the bald-headed dude who did Devin and Ryan's. He was there last night.
The white man with the powwow fade.
I don't know where he was.
Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Though.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Friend, he got exposed last night. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if it was a bad night. I don't know if he wasn't mentally prepared. I don't know what it was.
Minute. You said he got exposed last night?
He did.
You know what? See, and I made a tweet about this. And friend, it's not you, okay?
No, go ahead. You ain't got the preface.
I can understand why that man is scared to lose. I don't like scrutiny and shit, friend. You know how I feel when people be talking about this fucking show. I be ready to fight.
I know you do.
You mentioned my show. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna have to catch these hands when it come to me. My friend ain't so much. My friend, she is gonna be like, that don't mean shit to me. That's my friend, not me. You say something bad about my shit, I'm ready to fuck you up, and this is just what that is. Like, you're gonna have to fight me for trying to shade me, and I'm just like that. But I can understand. It still don't miss the fact that the man, he actually lost last night. Taking that knee changed everything, and it changed his outlook from his fans. Like, why y'all hopping off the Tank train? It's so crazy that's not, y'all are right. Friend, when I seen them hating on Tank last night, like, every fighter they was hating, friend.
Who's hating? Who? Tell me who.
Everybody. I'm gonna have to go and look down my timeline. I ain't saying you, friend. I ain't saying you. You my sister.
You know you ain't got to even preference me. I just want to know who was hating.
It was folks saying some stanky things about Tank, and like, I'm not mad about it because everybody have hard nights and off nights, but Shakur's motherfucking fans, Shouty, should shut up.
Listen,
y'all got some damn audacity with that shit piling up in the side of y'all damn corners of y'all mouth, trying to shit on Tank. The audacity of Shakur's fans trying to say anything about Tank and an off night. Y'all are full of audacity and shit. And I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you. Shakur fans, y'all got carried the electrician. And he was the happiest he ever been in his life by stopping the electrician. Tank fighter champion. We're not agreeing. They're not the same. Regardless, Lamont is a champion, and I'm not gonna take that away from him. Shakur's fan, I'm talking to Shakur's fans. I'm not even talking to Devin, because y'all can say what y'all want about Devin. Ryan Garcia knocked Devin down. Devin got up and got back to his business. He kept trying. Tank quit. Shakur ran. We cannot compare any of these people, but Shakur's fans should definitely shut the fuck up, because y'all can't say a goddamn thing. There's a running man meme of your favorite fighter. They play a song when you see Shakur. He's a runner. He's a track star.
I'm gonna read these super chats, but I'm gonna get back to that running because Tank had laced up his cleats a little bit yesterday.
You know what? Lamont put so much pressure on Tank last night.
I'm just saying, okay, hold on. Canelo dug me, thank you so much. He says, time out. Tank Kaepernick is a Roach level fighter.
Why? And you know what? That's crazy to me. And like, I seen Jamel, I don't know if you still in here or not, but I seen Jamel laughing like, can y'all quit shitting on my resume now? Because y'all was talking about Lamont, and now y'all see Lamont really a damn dog. Like, Lamont really a dog. And a lot of people not thinking about it also. This is what, their 36th round together?
Yeah, he was not afraid of him. He knew exactly what he was getting in the ring with. So that mysteriousness, he had felt his power before. Granted, it was years and years and years ago, but he didn't have that cloud, that question mark that most people that fight Tank have. So there's that. Sam Seals, thank you so much. He says, y'all don't get on Tank. He had Murray's in his eyes. I'm getting on his ass. Okay, I'm gonna get on his ass, and I'm gonna get on his fans' ass, because y'all day has been coming for a long ass time, and I don't feel no kind of way about nobody giving him the business right now. First of all, I don't feel no kind of way because he only got a draw when he should have had an L. That's number one. You were gifted, and I do mean gifted. And while I'm on it, I tweeted this out last night, and I'm going to say it to y'all in this chat. I don't want to hear a motherfucking word from nobody else about no Riyadh season card being fixed, about no Turkey al-Sheikh telling a boxer that he was down on the card. I don't want to hear a mumbling motherfucking word about that ever again. Okay?
And boxing and barbecue. He did lose.
He lost.
He basically lost yesterday. The man took a knee in the middle of the fight. Regardless of whatever, if that would have been Devin, if that would have been Shakur, if that would have been anybody, just take a random ass knee in the middle of the fight, we already know how that would have went.
Listen, I ain't saying he ran like Shakur, but the motherfucker was running in some of them rounds. He didn't run in all of them.
Well, he didn't do the Shakur, friend.
No. He didn't do Shakur, but in a couple of them rounds, he was skipping around that ring, baby. Okay, we're not finna act like he was just standing his ground the whole night. We're not gonna do that. He's finna get all this smoke today. Him and his fans. Y'all finna get all these pew-pews today, because y'all ass love to sit high and look low. But everybody got their goddamn turn in the hot seat. Everybody. And so his was yesterday, and he lucky he got out that motherfucker with a draw, because they cheated. And I said it before they came back with the result. We all see who won. Y'all can lie to yourselves if you want to. His ass lost.
Period. And drink more water. Budrick, come close. Let's chat. Shakur struggled with an electrician, a man that has a 9-to-5 job, Monday through Friday, off on the weekends, hour lunch. He took him 9 rounds. He didn't prepare. There was no camp. We're not going to compare the two.
Well, we're not going to compare the two, but what I will say is Shakur did what he was supposed to do with a hurt hand, because all I kept hearing was Tank hand was hurt, or else he would have knocked Pitbull out. His hand was hurt. Well, we saw Shakur in there twisting his hand. We knew his shit was brittle before he got in there, and he still was able to put his ass out of his misery in round 9. He came in 135 pounds. He was on weight. He was just outside of a fight, maybe, I don't know, 2 months prior.
Being here, being really freaking offensive. Yeah, he stopped him, but and when I say he didn't even think he was going to stop him. Go off. If that makes y'all feel better at nighttime, I'm clutching
And
my.
I'm not no big Shakur fan, but I will say shout out to Shakur because guess where he was yesterday? At the fight. He was at the fight because guess what he wanted to see? He wanted to see who Tank Davis was going to call out. And guess what happened? The fight was so fucked up that he couldn't even call nobody out like he had planned. That was my reason for watching it. I didn't even think nothing about him potentially losing. I wanted to see who he was gonna call out. He got a gifted decision, so much so that he didn't even feel comfortable calling nobody out. That's so shame.
That was crazy.
That's so shame.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a bad look. It was a bad look.
So shame.
I was very much shamed. I did like. I was
So shame.
I was watching the after fight interview, but I was still reeling off the high of knowing they set that fight last night. And y'all can argue with whatever y'all want to. They set that fight last night.
Thank you, Janae. She says barbecue. That's all she had to say. Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Listen, congratulations again, because I don't want to overshadow last night's wonderful fight with only talking about Tank Davis and his lack thereof. I must give credit to Lamont Roach and his father trainer, who came in with a fabulous game plan. Okay, they knew what Tank wanted to do, and they prevented him from doing it. In the process, yes, Lamont Roach was able to take some good, clean shots. But I want y'all to keep this in mind because a lot of Tank fans love to, when people ask for Tank to fight certain fighters, they love to, say he's a small guy. He came in at 133. He could really make 130. He's a small guy, So keep this in mind because a lot of talking points were, damn, Tank bringing up another 130 pounder. But you and I know, because we follow Lamont Roach, that he is one of the boxers who's fighting below a weight that he should actually be fighting in. If he were Devin Haney, they would be calling him a weight bully and stuff. But since he's not Devin Haney, they're not going to say that to him. But he was fighting at 130, having success. But because we follow him, we know he be hungry. And he hate being down that small because he want to eat. So when he was coming up to 135, I thought it was not strange, but I thought it was a bit much to fight Tank in his first fight at 135. But I knew that he was going to feel better at 135. He looked better. He looked filled out. He was visibly bigger and stronger looking than Tank. And he made his presence felt. He did not allow Tank to bully him in there. He was, listen, when I say stand your ground, he did that. Okay, Tank was hitting him low. He hit his ass right back low. That's what we gonna do. That's what we doing today. Okay, then cool. That what you gonna do? You gonna hit on the brake? Cool. You take this with you too. So I'm not going to shit on Tank and his fans so much so that I forget to give credit where credit is due. Tank was in there trying his very BESS. Again, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was anything wrong with him. I don't know if his mental was, I don't know. I believed him when he kept telling us building up to this fight. He ready to retire. He only got so much time left. I was telling y'all then, he got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. I believe him when he say that. I believe, why would I not? Lamont Roach and his team took advantage of the opportunity, and they were, I'm going to just say it. And I don't like the word because I think it's overly used, but this was blatant because they did not count that visible knee that Tank took in round 9. They did not count that as a knockdown. And this fight ended up as a draw. If they count that, this is not a draw by any stretch of the imagination. So for me, Lamont won the fight. But even with that, if we take that round out, he still won that fight yesterday. He was the better man yesterday, okay? Tank looked extra regular yesterday. Okay. And I saw somebody tweet this. He tends to have more problems when he's fighting people that are his height or close to it. And that was his issue with Gamboa. It took him forever to get Gamboa with a gone Achilles out of there. That was his issue with Pitbull Cruz. Again, Lamont Roach, not far off in height. He didn't have those advantages of that uppercut. He didn't have none of that yesterday. So shout out to Lamont Roach, his father, his team, his mother for being at the press conference popping her shit. Shout out to all of y'all.
Did you hear his Amy last night?
No.
Girl, his Amy yelled the entire fight from the first round to the last. Let's go, nephew. Let's go, nephew. I was like, let's go, nephew. And Lamont was active. Y'all don't even understand the importance of cheering for your people. They go for your kids at sporting events. They may be hating on you. My son hate to hear me yell because he know I'm on some gangster stuff out there. But he know my voice and he be happy that I'm there. Like, you must cheer for your people.
Now, this is my question. I want to ask you and I want to ask the chat. And I'm not saying Tank is overrated or anything like that. He had a bad night, though. They all can do that at any given time. They can have a bad night. That's why boxing is boxing, because they don't have a 7-game series. There's no series. There's no 5-game series that night. Okay? It's not even like football where you have a season. It's that night. And if on that night you got a migraine, your ass in trouble. If on that night your stomach hurting and you got bubble guts, you in trouble. Okay? So that's very possible. That's for anybody, though. That's for all of them. Ain't nobody exempt. Nobody, not even the cantankerous one. Okay? And so that excuse that he gave and that lame ass post that he made on Twitter, did you see his post on Twitter? That was some lame ass shit. That's what I'm talking about. No accountability whatsoever. They tried to rob me. Tried to rob you? Boy, what? See, that's why I don't have no sympathy.
It's provocative. It gets the people going, friends.
That's what you're going with?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to go with?
It gets the people going.
Listen, and that's why that's my friend. Because when I say she going to go down with the ship, she going to swing till she can't swing no more.
Yes, hey, I'm going down. I'm going down with my people.
It was provocative, friend.
My people. It's provocative, friend, and get the people going. I'm just saying. A little excitement.
Yeah. Boxing and barbecue, I do think he does need to retire if his head is not all the way in it. But that leads me to this press conference, because at the press conference, he says those ideas about him retiring are off. You know, he wants his get back. And I thought it was very interesting that he made this statement, because a lot of Tank fans, and I'm on y'all's helmet today, you know, they love to tell us now that, you know, he is his own boss. He is his own man. He finally got away from Mayweather. He ain't got to worry about that now. He can fight who he want to fight. He make his own decisions and all of that. Well, in their press conference, he said he wanted to fight Lamont Roach next. He would like to have the fight next. But it probably won't be next because, you know, he already pretty much got another fight lined up. Y'all told Devin Haney that he must fight Ryan Garcia next and get his get back. He got to. And that man was cheated. You got to get it back in blood. You got to get it back in the ring. You got to set it straight. That's what y'all be saying. But your guy got up there yesterday and said, you know, under his breath a little bit, I mean, you know, I want the rematch, but you know, it probably won't be next. So, friend, if he is his own man and he makes his fights and he got the final say so and whatnot, why wouldn't he want to fight Lamont Roach next?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Listen, let me tell you about fighting. And see, like, I know, and y'all don't get it. I had one tough fight. And every time me and this one person fight each other, I can guarantee you it's gonna turn into a zoo in my house at nighttime. So with that being said, I fought her in the summer one year and turned around and saw her again like 2 months later, and she wanted to run the fade, friend. Now, I was still tired from the first one, but she had got a little energy back. But I couldn't run away from her, friend. So I had to fight her again 2 months later. I didn't want to run that fade back 2 months later, friend. I was still tired from the first one because, like, a lot of people don't understand, like, all fights are different, right? So a street fight is different from a boxing match, okay? So I was street fighting this hoe, okay? So it turns, when you street fighting, you using your whole entire body. I was sore from the tip of my fingertips to the tip of my toes, friend. Tank, oh, he's getting older. I don't want to fight your ass again. Not right back. Matter of fact, I will take a couple of months off at this point. I need to sleep for a couple of days.
He said he wanted to fight 2-3 more times this year, friend.
Like, Tank had a hard time rolling over this morning. He was sore. I'm not refuse, friend. I'm gonna have to fight her again. It's time for us to see each other. We're gonna have to fight again. It's been, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe she done got a little old, friend. And
but you done had fights in between?
No, that was she was my last fight. She was my last one, and I still don't. I'm not ready to do it again because it's like wrestling a bear, and that's the same thing Tank went through last night. I'm not finna wrestle no big ass bear for 3 minutes for 12 rounds and think I'm gonna function the next day, friend. It's out of the question. I got kids and shit. See, thinking the same thing. This damn little boy want to jump on my back. I don't want you touching me the fucking day. I don't even like y'all.
And shout out to Lamont Roach for having his cutie patootie little son in the ring with him last night too. That was so cute. That was very cute. And I love the fact that he had his parent, his mama, his kids, everybody there. I remember when Tank was talking slip, leave the kids and the women at home. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And
mama was out there hollering.
Who, mama?
Tank's mama was out there hollering. She was all at the presser cutting up.
I didn't see her yesterday.
Yeah, she's at that first presser. She was.
I typically see her. I didn't see her. Well, I who?
And maybe I'm just ain't seen it. Where the hell is Sleazy's ass at?
Oh, Sleazy not here today. No, Sleazy ain't here today.
Okay.
G-Ball came through, but Sleazy ain't here today. And drink more water. I did see that you say his next fight is, oh man, hold on for a minute. Friend, take over because I got to see what's going on real quick. Hold on.
Calling Lamont Roach a world champion, a C-side N-word is insane. It's insane. Lamont is literally, he's not a bad fighter. And I don't know why everybody think Lamont sunk. We got to get out of the habit of thinking these boxers are like trash because they ain't got no good record or y'all don't know them like that. This is boxing. This is a fight. Y'all don't know what's going to happen. Like, we got to stop acting like that. Sleazy is somewhere. I'm telling y'all. I can't wait till you come back in here. Sleazy. I know that ain't who I think it is.
He was absolutely hold on. Let me see who said that. Oak Tree. And Oak Tree, I saw that comment that you made earlier talking about Devin was humiliated. He was. But then we find out that he was cheated. And let me just say to Joe Goosen and his long face and horrible hair that I heard you. I heard you. You were out of wardrobe. You didn't have your jeans set on yesterday. So you was talking out your head. And I heard you on the telecast say, we can see that what happened with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I hate when any of you, not just Joe, but any of the boxers that do telecast speak about that particular fight and just visibly leave out the fact that he tested positive for a banned substance. Anytime they do that, I immediately lose respect. Immediately. So, Joe Guzin, I saw what you did, and I ain't like it. Your guy was a cheater, okay? And he had the audacity to get his ignorant tail up on Twitter and question cheating. If you don't sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere and shut up.
Before we get too far, because Janae just reminded me of something. Shout out to Lamont for calling out, talking about the boxing media and how they only bring out the people they want for certain people and the rest of the motherfuckers ain't getting no light. Shout out. Cause they keeping the real aunties outside because they already know the questions that we like to ask they fighters. So yeah. And you know what? Somebody else let the cat out of the bag when it comes to these fighters and how the media be doing. I'm done announcing interviews for y'all. Y'all know how we used to put the little package together when we were having interviews. We not doing that no more. And we're not doing that anymore because boxing media,
slime balls,
a whole lot of sleaziness going on. And yeah. So all of that, I understand why he did it. He should have. Shout out to him. And I still today, everybody is talking about more about Tank and what he could not do and not Lamont and everything that he did right. Lamont did every single thing right from start to finish. He did it right.
He did. And Oak Tree, I know you saying now Lamont is an A+ fighter. I'm not telling you he's an A+ fighter, but last night against what was supposed to be the best fighter in the division, he put on a clinic. He had his number. He won convincingly, and he got cheated. So in my eyes, last night he fought an A+ fight last night. And the other thing that I also wanted to bring to the attention of the chat and just boxing fans in general, like I said, I was saying earlier that Lamont, he likes to eat, and so he was ready to come to 135. And when you are shrinking down to make a weight class that's not as comfortable for you, you lose a lot when you do that. And so people were, talking trash about Lamont because he lost to Jamel Herring, right? I don't know if you guys actually watched that fight. It was a good fight. He was getting beat, but towards the end, I want to say it may have been the last round or next to last round, he actually ended up catching Jamel and hurting him. But Jamel had already done enough work to win that fight. So the power for him was there down there. But when you're shrinking down like that, you lose a bit of punch resistance. So when he came up to 30, not only does he feel better, but he's able to absorb more. And he was able to absorb Tank's power better. And if that makes any sense.
Whole time, y'all just don't know. And I couldn't figure out why he kept saying that. Like, he kept saying, y'all just don't know. This fight ain't gonna go how y'all think it's gonna go. Lamont been saying that for the last 2 months.
Yeah, he has. And he's been consistent with it. When he told him to bring a pillow at that last press conference, I was like, this boy here, he ain't talking rah-rah. He not being outside himself. He confident in what he can do. And it worked out for him. And I've never seen a fighter lose and get get his stock. I want to see his stock raised as much as Pitbull Cruz's stock has been raised by losing to Tank.
Oh no, the difference between Lamont and Pitbull, this was a fucking draw. There ain't no disputing this, boo-boo. Yeah. You still lost. You lost to me. Lamont got one up on Pitbull. Lamont got the opportunity to go through and really start like whooping feet. Kendrick Lamar. Like this is his opportunity. And I honestly believe all he been waiting for is just his single moment.
His opportunity. That's it. He was prepared AF. He was prepared AF. And I hope it continues. I hope he continues to show that he is a top level fighter. I just hope he does. We'll see what happens for him next. I'm very interested to see if he decides to go back down to 130 to defend his belt, or if he felt good enough to stay at 135. It looks like he and Shakur Stevenson have been in talks with each other to potentially make another fight for him at 135. Shakur was saying that he knew Lamont Roach. And Shakur was very vocal about saying this was a 50-50 fight. And I think people were just thinking he was trolling or hating on Tank when he said that. But I was impressed with his answer yesterday after the fight. They asked Shakur how he felt about what happened. And he said, Lamont was in my training camp helping me get ready for, I forgot which fight he said. He said, so he knew that he was talented. And he knew that this would be a good close fight. And he specifically made a point to say, I'm not going to shit on Tank. You know, it was a good fight, but I'm not going to shit on Tank. He could have easily taken his opportunity to pew pew, because Tank does it all the time. But he decided not to. So shout out to him for that. Okay. That was big of him. But I also want to shout out to Devin Haney, because he said he was waiting on the backflip. And that was taking it easy after what was said about him in his last fight. He was also looking for Leonard Ellerby's bald-headed ass. Thought that was pretty funny too. In any event,
the mess is about to start coming out. And when I tell you I'm fixing to be 2 feet right with my glasses on up close.
Why?
I'm fixing to tip. Gervonta Davis's coach, Kenny Ellis, says that Shakur Stevenson is being protected by Turki Al-Sheikh from Gervonta Davis fight, claiming that he's in protective custody with Turkey. I know what I know, and that's all I know. I'm waiting for the rest to come out.
Interesting is all I'll say. What I know is this. I was pulling for Lamont Roach. I did not think he was going to win, but I was definitely pulling for him. And because of what happened yesterday, it has shaken up the world of boxing, and I love it. I love it for us fans. Folks is going to have to shit or get off the pot. Go ahead.
There was Illinois.
I didn't see him in the building.
See him, Bella, cousin. You know what? I love to be like, I like the dudes. We cool with y'all. But the girls that watch boxing with us, they pay attention to the stuff that we pay attention to. And it tickles me that we be all asking the same questions.
Yep. Yep. D, honey, don't come in here talking about Devin Haney needing to learn how to block a hook. Ryan Garcia need to learn how to stop cheating and not being a cheat. That's what he need to do. Don't tell me nothing about Devin Haney based on that Ryan Garcia fight. Not a mimi ta. Don't tell me nothing.
Say Floyd threw his grandson 45 feet in her last night.
Listen, you get it how you live, is what I'm going to tell y'all. And I say it to you all the time. You get it how you live. And so we're about to see if Tank is going to be motivated by this and get back in the lab and get his mind right and get his corner together, or if this is his swan song and he decides, you know what, I don't need this, I don't want this no more, and I'm ready to retire. Either way, boxing is going to keep moving, and that fight last night and that decision is going to put more eyes on boxing. Okay, much more eyes will be on boxing. I want to know this. This was something else I want to ask you, friend, in the chat. Now, with the referee situation, and I know we ain't gonna be in here 2.5 hours, but with the referee situation, when Steve Wilkes saw him take that knee, and started counting. And then Tank started pleading his case. Isn't there a ringside referee who normally, when somebody is down, keeps the count going? Where was he? And why didn't they huddle up?
They all Diana Gordo, friend, legally blind. POP, hold us down. I did not see a thing. Mama, POP, hold us down.
I have those questions because so the ringside referee is supposed to keep and continue to count, but even if he does, aren't the judges instructed to judge the fight? Don't the judges see like what we saw at home? So are the judges following the rules of
what I saw last night? I seen somebody tweet, and I want to say it was Raymond Ford. Raymond Ford said they already had Tank up 7 rounds on the card already. He had won the first like 4 rounds already, like Canelo.
I need to see the scorecards, and I want to know why the judges who saw what we saw at home did not score that round accordingly. Do they have to follow the instructions of the referee who did not deem it a knockdown? And I want to know if Lamont Roach and his corner are going to, fight that, because I would. We all saw it.
I would be outside front Monday morning with my sign on its little picket fence, because y'all got me all the way messed up.
I'm very interested. Thank you so much. I am True Maine. He says Coach Kenny also said they flipped a coin and it landed on Shakur. Where is that contract? That's what he said. He sure enough said it now. I heard him with my own 2 good ears. He sure enough said it. Phenomenal Mexican says, from UKI to barbecue to the greasy knee. The Queen's English, baby.
The Queen's English. Y'all, I can't wait for y'all to see what we be working on. And then we got a little recruited help. The merch is going to be solid. The merch is going to be solid. Y'all going to be proud of us. We really, really, it's been in our bag.
Okay, so Mugwan and also Drink, they said the judges can't count it if the ref doesn't count it. They can't. They were instructed that it wasn't a knockdown. So Steve Wilkes and whoever the ringside referee was need their ass whooped. And I'm a fan of Steve Willis. Is it Willis?
It's Willis.
I was so disappointed in him yesterday. Because he knew he instinctively did the correct thing. He instinctively started counting. Instinctively.
And then he looked over and somebody said, yo, check. He said, oh, what count? Check. Oh, what was I doing? How did I get here? What did I eat for lunch?
Crazy. And that's what I want to know too. The messenger says Tank won the rest of that round. So this is my question. Did they give their round to Tank on the scorecard? Wow. Phenomenal Mexican says, I thought New York had an instant replay. I thought they did too. They didn't use that last night. Oh, thank you so much, Drink. He sent me the scorecard. Oh, wow. Wow. This is bad. This is dirty. This is dirty. 2 judges did what, Janae? Oh, Oak Tree says Tank won round 9. Disgusting. They did replay. They replayed it and still didn't count it. All right, friend. I'm done. Y'all not finna get me worked up. Lamont Roach, Team Roach, y'all did y'all big one yesterday. You did your thug thizzle. I hope you get paid handsomely. If you had your side bet, I would love for you to keep us updated on whether or not Gervonta gave you your $250,000 that y'all bet at the presser, because he owes it to you and some. Friend, do you have closing remarks?
Absolutely. It was 650 people in here at one point in time. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. This was a good one tonight, y'all. I don't know what
Hit
we
that
had.
like button. I didn't even check. Let me
Yeah,
check to see
hit the like button for sure.
what I
Hit
said.
the button. You new here, you like the vibe, y'all like what we doing. Hit the subscribe button. This ain't nothing but a big cousin group chat. We interact with our chat. Our chat is our other half of our group chat. So like, welcome. This is what we do. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back soon. We will be back on Friday at 9:30. Or Friday, 9:30.
Yes, 9:30 Central Standard
We will be
Time.
back Friday at 9:30. This ain't nothing but a big group chat with your cousins. So come back on Friday and let's get it cracking.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Errol, he hurt Tank couple times.
And,
Wobbled him.
and Oak Tree, no, they wasn't gonna pay off a bunch of 900 plus bets. What they did though, they paid off one big draw bet, humongous draw bet. Not on, nah, they smart. They smart. They bet the draw in different places. The draw
Drink,
got bet on.
Drink. I want you to give me your honest opinion. Who you think won that fight last night? John Seals, thank you so much. He says maybe it's just me, but Tank fought like he knew it was gonna be a draw. Personally, I think they all knew. Listen, it was said. Lamont Roach said in the after fight presser that Tank told him at the start of the 12th round that he could not win a decision. So it's a lot of funky business, a lot of funny business going on last night. Drink, I'm waiting on your answer, baby. I just need to know who you believe won that fight last night. I would like to know. And don't forget, guys, hit the like button. I'm looking over here, looking at this shabby amount of likes that we have over here, and I'm very disappointed in y'all. If we had that many people in here tonight, and ain't nothing but 205 people hit the like button, I don't make me get the cussing up in here.
Views gonna go crazy on this show because ooh.
I want y'all to hit that like button.
But the numbers won't ever ever lie. Don't ever forget that, y'all.
Please and thank you. So yeah, we'll oh, he already said Tank. Okay, all right. Okay. I just want some wandering drink. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all on Friday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. We are back to our regularly scheduled program. We know we threw y'all off a little bit this week, but we are back. Is there anybody fighting next week? Let me check.
I think there's some fights next week, friend.
Let me check and see who is on the schedule for next weekend. Oh, and let me not leave out that there was also another fight yesterday. Shout out to Subriel Matias for getting himself back in line to be Richardson Hitchens' next mandatory, I believe. He had a fight last night. He got a stoppage, I want to say, in round 8. So shout out to Subriel. He got the win yesterday. So he's back in business at 140 pounds. Next week we have London on Peacock. Oh, Natasha Jonas. She's fighting. Caroline Dubois. She's fighting next week also. And your favorite wolfer. Keith Thurman will be fighting March 12th in Sydney, Australia against Brock Jarvis.
I want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. Keith Thurman gonna need a shit bag if he keep on at this point. Sit down, Keith, for you need that bag and you smell a little bit some days. I don't want to deal with that, Keith Thurman. I don't want to see you out, you and I don't know, shave it. Listen, let me tell y'all something before we go. Once it start falling out right here, don't comb it over. Because if the wind blow or you shake your head or something, we gonna see it right here. Just go ahead and just get you a man piece. Go to the barber, tell him, let me get a one. and get you a piece and put it up there if you need her that bad. But please, don't comb it over. Don't fade it down to where you got a little fuzz and that hole missing. You need to go get that Floyd. If you gonna do that, you need to go do what Floyd did. Period. I ain't gonna argue. I'm just saying, let it go. I'm tired. Kids look like he stink, friend. He look like his clothes. You know how your clothes smell when you don't dry them good? That's how.
Ooh, that sour mildewy. Ugh. Okay.
That's how
Anyway,
what a phenomenal Mexican
what
is.
did he say with his crazy self? What did he say? Well, I'm not
posting that.
I'm not posting that. I'm not posting that. Scarcities from upstate, thank you. He says, Chris Eubank, a milk dud Ninja Turtle. Listen, he might be all of that, but he got a fan in me. Okay? He's got a fan in me for slapping that boy across the head with that egg. He got a fan in me. Yeah, it's Grease Gate, Bella. I like that. Grease Gate. Y'all get your boy. Pick him up. He needs y'all fandom right now to keep him, centered. Because he got knocked off his square yesterday. Okay? Shout out one more again to Lamont Roach and Team Lamont Roach. Absolutely wonderful job yesterday. You guys should be waking up WBA champions.
And I'm gonna try to make some shorts out of this, y'all. It's 2 hours worth of material, and I only got one hand, so I'm gonna need y'all to work with me.
Anyway, bye, y'all. We appreciate y'all for staying and hanging in here with us all night. We really do. Thank y'all so much. We'll see y'all Friday. Peace. Have a good work week.